Lift is described as the release velocity or speed of liftoff from a key wave. I really enjoyed this gesture because before the Seaboard, I had never played a controller that could send those MIDI messages. Not all of the presets in Equator have parameters mapped to this gesture, but when they do, it has a really unique effect. Strike, press, and lift are all very interconnected to each other, and that's why we're looking at them in this order. You'll find that in order to create a fast release velocity, the key wave itself will need to be depressed further down. And that means that the sound will be affected by whatever parameters strike and press have been assigned to before we get to lift. Let's navigate to preset number 42 named Oceanic Horizon Pad. Already you can see that lift has a more dramatic slope to it. As I play this, you can see that as I slowly lift off the key wave, the sound swells out slowly. And if I release quickly, we get this pulsing. Click on lift and let's see what's currently mapped to this gesture. It looks like lift is mapped to the cutoff frequency on sample 1's filter, as well as the frequency of the first LFO. We're going to learn more about LFOs later on in the course, but for now it's enough to know that the LFO is what's currently causing that pulsation that's connected to lift. If I quickly take a look at the LFO, you can see that it's connected to the cutoff frequency on filter 2, so we'll keep an eye on there as well. If I very slowly release a key wave, that cutoff frequency maintains a very slow back and forth movement. If I press and then release quickly, the rate speeds up considerably and creates that unique effect. Let's add some more color to this by adding some reverb assignments to lift. Let's turn the bass level of the wet knob up to around 40%, and then hover over the arc and pull down until we hit 0. Now, in addition to the other parameters we just looked at, a fast release velocity will pull this wet knob down all the way as well. Let's give it a try and see what happens. Here's what it sounds like with a slow lift. We have that continued nice reverberation, and here's what it sounds like with a fast lift. Since lift is something that happens at the end of an event or a note, it will be easier to hear what's happening if you practice using lift at the end of a phrase like this. Or in isolated instances like a chord swell. Go through and see what other presets are affected by lift, or try mapping in some of your own ideas to sounds that aren't currently utilizing it. In particular, try using lift with the following presets and listen to what effect it has on the sound. 41, multi-speed texture. Number 42, Oceanic Horizon Pad, which is the one I used in the tutorial. And number 95, pluck and drone.